Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now? I think the sound should be working this time. Thanks for tuning back in, everyone. Sorry it didn't work first time around. Let's see. Thank you, Scott, and everyone for letting me know the sound was not on. Kurt. Thank you, Dan, for the request. I'm actually not taking requests tonight. Basically, if I have too many regular in-person gigs, then I treat the live stream as a chance to just play what I want to play. So this week I had, I think, 5 nights playing gigs. 2 weddings, a corporate party, and 2 lounge gigs this week. So I'm in the middle of that, and I would just prefer to jam on my own selections tonight. Thank you for understanding. You're willing to put some suggestions. How about that? Suggestions in the chat, which I may or may not be able to play. If I have to look up the sheet music, I probably won't want to do it because I'm kind of sight read out right now. There's a link to my repertoire in the description of this video if you'd like to see the songs I am able to play without looking at sheet music. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Amelia, Annie, Kurt, Cindy, and Dan for being here in the chat. Looks like we got back up to, let's see, 15 of you waiting now. And let me double check that I'm working on Twitch as well. And it looks like Twitch is up and running. So we should be good to go. Okay. There we go. There's Twitch and YouTube. And let's get to it. So we have some suggestions for Snow Patrol and Arizona songs. Those ones don't require me working my brain by reading the music, so I may or may not play them. Let's see here. I think I'm going to start with Moon River. It's nice. Thank you, Pete, for the suggestion. Calling them suggestions tonight, not requests. Here we go. Thank you for the suggestion, Pete. The next suggestion we have is Annie and Dan suggesting some Snow Patrol in Arizona. So let's do Snow Patrol next. Is That Real better? I'm not technically taking requests right now, but I might be inclined to play songs that I have memorized. And in that case, I don't know that Billie Eilish song. So you'll have to beat me at StarCraft another time in order to earn a off repertoire request. But for now, I am not going to read any music. It hurts my brain to read the sheet music. Never liked it as a kid, and now it's kind of fun to learn new stuff, but I only have a certain limit where I'm sort of over it after I've done it for a couple nights. And this week I have 5 gigs, including weddings and party and some lounge gigs, which are super fun, but I need just an unwind part where I'm not on the under any pressure to play something that I'm not familiar with. Kurt, I actually don't know any of those ABBA songs, but I know people really like those. I should learn some at some point. Here's Chasing Cars. I do like this song. This is Oceans Away by Arizona. MD Lay is asking if I ever picked up a Virus TI. I did not. I ended up getting a Prophet 6 and a Juno 106 several years back, sticking to the analog domain. And until I make some more music, I'm not going to let myself buy any more electronic music production toys. Here's Oceans Away by Arizona. Thank you for the song suggestions, everyone. Again, I'm a little bit overplayed at this point, so I'm not taking requests that I have to read music for, because that's sort of the difference between work and play on the piano. And I had a lot of gigs, so I'll take some suggestions if I know them. And otherwise, I might be picking my own songs as well. I see, thank you everyone for tuning in. Mojo, spelled with French spelling. That's fun. Cool name. Would like to hear Mad World. Roxana, thank you for the applause. Ebb Tide Check, thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate that. I guess it's technically, what is it called? A super chat. Thank you. It's very super. Cindy, I'm glad you like my meditative piano style. That last song and the one before it, I'm kind of incorporating that mood. Vigar from Norway would like to hear, that's a great Robin song in 6/8. Thank you for the applause, Annie. Kathleen, I'm glad you're able to relax in Arizona to the piano music. Oh, Vigar wants to know, what are the top 5 jazz standards that every pianist should know? I would say Misty, All the Things You Are, The Way You Look Tonight, Autumn Leaves, and My Funny Valentine, if I had to pick the most popular 5. Color Art, thank you for the applause. Traveli says hi. Joyce, thank you for the love and support from the Philippines. Annie, thank you for the applause. And Rilka, I already played Moon River. Thank you to Pete for suggesting that. You can rewind the stream and take a listen. MD, I don't know any Nine Inch Nails, but thanks. Scott, nice to see you in the chat. And Piano Man, there are some more challenging jazz songs. Some of them get tricky, especially if you're trying to improvise over them, like, let's see, Lush Life, maybe? Because there's kind of chromatic chord changes where you sort of have to keep changing keys in order to do some solos and such. And I never actually learned Lush Life. I tried sight reading it once on a request, and then I couldn't quite get it, and then I messed up, and then never went back to it. I should properly learn it, though. Rat Pack era for Scott. That's a nice suggestion. Let's do, technically, what is the Rat Pack era? I think, well, I actually just mentioned The Way You Look Tonight. I think that would count as sort of a very popular swing jazz kind of song. So here we go. Thanks, Scott. And then I did like the idea for that Robin song in 6/8, Call Your Girlfriend, for Vigar. So let me try that afterwards. Maria, I do like the Stevie as well. Ooh, MB, I also do like the Muse. Okay, we'll see. These are just, I can't promise any specific songs because I'm treating these like suggestions at this point. Kurt has a definition of Rat Pack. Let's see if Scott agrees. Kurt says that Rat Pack is Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. We'll see if Scott will agree with that. I need to change the reverb here. There we go. Thank you for this suggestion, Scott. Thank you so much for the tip. That's very kind and generous of you. And again, I'm not taking requests tonight because I've been working hard this week. A lot of gigs. 5 gigs for 5 nights this week, plus live stream, which is for fun, but that means I only get 1 night off without playing the piano. But then that means my fingers get even in better shape, so not a problem. No one has commented on the slight adjustment to my setup here, but if you've noticed, the look of this scene has changed slightly. Does anyone want to guess what this all means here? There's no wooden case. Normally there's the maple wood case. And normally I'm sort of facing the camera. But want to take any guesses as to what's happening at some point soon? Next, I'm going to play Robin in 6/8. MD recognizes the poster. Nice. And Scott and Bill might know who these folks are, but I'm going to be bringing some. Yes, I see Scott and MD. MD is first to guess. MD says duet. Kurt was guessing that there's no wooden case because I'm taking the piano with me regularly. That's also true. It's hard to keep taking it in and out of the case. But I'll show you what's going to be happening soon here. Wait for the reveal. Might as well unveil. There we go. Some of my colleagues will be joining me periodically from here on out. And we will be doing some piano battles. Yes, live stream, dueling pianos. More like duetting. Dual pianists. But we'll see how it goes. I'll have to give it a try and see how it works out. I think it will be Scotty next time, who maybe Bill and Scott might know. But we'll see. Okay, here's Robin, Call Your Girlfriend in 6/8 for Vigar. Thank you for the excitement. I'm excited for dueling pianists as well. Michelle likes the red, even though the maple is also really nice. But I do not have 2 of those handmade maple cases, and there wouldn't be really room. So for dueling pianos, we're just showing off the Nord red here. Someday Nord will sponsor me. If anyone knows anyone that works there, I feel like if anyone were to be, yeah. But I don't think they sponsor people in that way. Mojo says thanks for entertaining weekly. Marie likes the candle, bringing the good vibes. Yes. This candle is not real, actually. Pretty cool, right? It's just a fake one, but I have a real one. But right now, the candle holder for it is being used to secure the HDMI cable connected to the camera because the cable is kind of heavy and I need to figure out a better way to hold it. So for now, that candle holder has another purpose. But I'll bring back the real candles as well soon, especially once it gets colder and darker, because I use the food-scented candles. SSYA, yes. This is the Nord Piano 5. Not 4, 5. I was able to get, I don't know what you want to call it, jump the line, if you will, because of a friend, Josie, at Sweetwater. But I don't know if you can... I think they're probably available now for purchase as well. But if you're looking at getting a Nord, I would say probably better to get a used piano 4 or 3, unless you need a lot of onboard piano storage. For me, I don't want to turn this into a Nord video, but this piano can transition between patches without making an abrupt noise, and I do that a lot when I'm playing live. I'll play like bass in Rhodes, bass in Tynes, switch to piano, and I go back and forth a lot, and normally it cuts off the song and I have to get back into it, but to switch sounds, and this one doesn't have that problem. It fades it. So it's those little tiny things that for live gigs make a big difference, but normally the rest of the time you wouldn't need those features. And I'm evaluating whether I'm gonna keep this big guy here. But in the meantime, I'm gonna do the dueling pianos as well while I do have both Nords. MD, yes, Walt signed my poster. Indeed. Okay, let's get some more music. And I actually had a wedding gig yesterday, and I played a Nord stage, which is, it was fun. It was like a synthesizer kind of action. So less sensitivity for the piano, but then you can play the keys really fast because it's more for organ. So it makes you sound very nimble. This one has kind of I'm still rambling, sorry. If you want more info on like which pianos I think are best for which purposes, please just send me an email or something and I'll tell you. The Nord Grand has a synthetic Kawai hammer action in it, which in some ways feels more realistic, but because it's made out of plastic, there's a little less density. And then this one has a simulated hammer action, but a little more resistance all the way through the key travel. So it's a little less responsive in some ways, but in other ways it might be more preferred. I don't know. Okay, let's do some old music. Old as in not that old. This is well, let's do Name That Tune. Annie wants to do Name That Tune. If anyone knows this song, I'm sure most of you do, let me know what it is. Here's a very fourthy version of... I'm not going to say the song, actually. And nice work, Piano Man, Jabberpie, Annie, guessing Mr. Brightside. Who was it that requested this next one? Someone requested it once, and then I really liked it. So now I have a sort of fourths-based improv. Fourths as in like, instead of... Ooh, I keep hearing something cut out. Is that my headphones or is that the actual feed? Oh, it's probably my headphones. Okay. Fourths is like, thirds would be kind of normal sounding. Fourths is more like that sort of sound. It's like a little different vibe when you're building your chords mostly on thirds and fifths versus fourths. Fourths versus, you know, I don't know. Anyway, here's the song. And I'm sorry for whoever requested it originally, and now I can't remember who that was. I think it's one of two names, but I'm not going to say because I don't want to get it wrong. But here's the song. was Spartacus. Abraham, I'm not taking specific requests right now, but if you do have a suggestion, which is already in my repertoire, I might consider playing it. Been working hard this week with a lot of gigs, and I'm not going to sight read any music tonight because that is difficult for me. But on slower weeks where I didn't get to try any new songs or anything like that, then I really like getting a chance to sight read your requests. But that is not this week. Let's do another song. Okay. I'm going to do some older Bruno Mars. Thank you for the compliments. I see Kurt guessed Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. Nice work. Marie would like to hear some Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars. Yeah, I don't think I'll probably play Christmas music just yet. I'll hold off until, what is the rule? Some number of weeks after Thanksgiving. Because once holidays are coming around, the pianists do play a lot of the Christmas songs. So we kind of tend to only want to play them when we have to at that time. And then it's fun. But as long as we don't overdo it. And I think I will play Leave the Door Open. Although I'm not technically taking requests. That one is on my repertoire, so I don't have to read the music for it. So I'm happy to do it. Because I'm in the Bruno Mars mood right now. Maybe I could try changing the key like a half step. It's really hard to do that if you've learned it in a particular key. I'll do it halfway through the song, just in case I can't do it, then I'll stop. And there's the sticky, okay, the little screen protector thing. I'm kind of evaluating this keyboard right now as well. I have it set to a heavier touch, which means it requires more pressure to make a louder noise. So it's easier to play soft versus louder. Maybe that's better. It gives more dynamics versus everything sounding louder. Gemini would like to hear Hello by Lionel Richie. I haven't played that song in a while. I should practice it by giving it a rendition right now. Should I switch the piano sound just to see? Okay, here we go. Slightly brighter piano. Thank you for the suggestion, Gemini. I was trying to see if from your profile picture you're playing the piano or not. I see you're wearing a suit, but I can't tell if there's a keyboard there or not. Either way, thank you. I know a lot of people that listen do play the piano. Celcio HD recognized I do have a new board here. Normally what I do is I have one big one set up, this Nord Grand, and I play that for studio and live stream stuff. And then I have another smaller portable board that I just take to gigs. And I recently sold that old one and replaced it with this new small portable board, which has better piano sounds. And I think I'm going to do some dueling pianos, hopefully starting next Monday, but no promises. Keep an eye out for those notifications. Let's do another song. Oh, I'm sorry, and I wasn't checking on the Twitch. I see we have some folks watching in Twitch as well. Hello. The chats should be visible in this combined chat, though, that I have on the screen, so I'll keep my eyes open. And yeah, as a reminder, if any of you do like to use Twitch to watch live videos, follow my channel on there, Jason Lux Music. Some prefer Twitch, some prefer YouTube. Either way is fine. Now I stream to both. How about that? Here is another song that I like. This is from Inuyasha. Jabberpie has a suggestion for Roses by the Chainsmokers. Haven't tried that in a long time, so I should probably refresh my memory. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. forgot half of that song, Jabberpie. Thanks for the suggestion. I think I need to look it up or listen to it. Kurt wants me to try switching sounds. I actually haven't tried that. This is my first time really testing out this board. I know it has a feature in it, but I don't know how to do it. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not sure how to... I'm not familiar with the controls even. I just know how to change the basic sounds, but I'll check it out. I'll make sure. Amelia would like me to put my version of Inuyasha on Spotify. I do like those songs in the Joe Hisaishi ones as well. I really should put more of them into recordings. Amy would like to hear some Anne Boleyn. Let's do that. That was for Amy. Thank you for the Anne Boleyn request. That was Dismantle Repair, which is an awesome song. Probably about 15 to 20 years ago came out, that song. Not quite sure on the timeline. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight, though. I just wanted to give a quick stream. Even though I'm in the middle of a lot of gigs this week, my hands are quite tired already. And I also got to test out this new, smaller version of my Big Nord. It has the same sounds, but different action, not quite as fancy. And it weighs a lot less because it doesn't have the big, fancy, heavy action. This big one I can't really carry. It's just beyond the threshold where It feels like you're going to pull a muscle if you keep taking it around. So this one is much more portable. And I hope to start bringing on some pianist friends starting next week. But we'll see if it works out. I'm pretty sure it will, though. I'll get as many new folks for you all to meet and listen to as I can. I think I do know a lot of piano players. I will say that. A lot of really talented friends. And it would just be a lot of fun to hang out with them and you all for these live streams and get some back and forth and dueling and duetting and all that good stuff. Because at in-person gigs, a lot of times there'll be sometimes multiple people passing, like someone playing before someone else or someone playing in another room at a gig. And I do a lot of duets with these folks where someone will hop on the piano with me and we'll jam. So I wanted to give you all a taste of that here from my home studio. So hope to see you all next week and stay tuned. Good night.